Welcome back, everyone. This is Geronitis bringing you Feed the Beast 1710. Today we are starting on episode 5, and there's a witch outside my house. I don't know why there's a witch outside my house, but you know what? I don't like witches outside my house. You are not welcome here, ma'am. Hi. Excuse me. Yeah. Yeah. Haha. Thank you, and good night. Okay, so today we are going to be working on a couple of things. Our major thing that we're going to do is we're going to get to enchanting. But before we can get to enchanting, we've got the roof put. I got the roof finally put in, and that's good. I wound up using slabs. I wanted to do a full carpenter's blocks roof. However, I couldn't because I didn't have enough wood. And instead of spending a really long time getting wood, I just decided to go with slabs for now, and we'll make a really pretty roof later. To give you an idea, this is what carpenter's block stuff can do. It's actually a really neat looking roof that would have looked really good if I had made the rest of the roof to go along with, but, well, it just didn't happen. Point of reference, if you look here, in the carpenter's block section, everything starts out with this carpenter's block. Okay, it's just sticks surrounding a planks, sticks surrounding a plank. Okay, and that makes you 5 carpenter's block, and everything else is made from variations of this. Okay, basically what it is you can make a block of any type that it shows here. Custom stairs, a little safe that's kind of cool, slanted things, and so on, even buttons and ladders and trap doors. And basically, when you place it, it's just a frame. And when you right click on it with a type of block, it gives that piece the texture of the block that you right click it with. So this is actually, here, I'll show you real quick. When we actually break this down, this is actually just a carpenter's wedge slope that we place there, and it looks just blank. Now when we right click it with the oak wood plank, now it looks like oak wood. So you can do that with almost any block. Of course, you'll have to experiment around and figure it out. But it's a very cool, nice thing to do. When we get to another more complicated way of building, I will do that again, and it'll be better. Excuse me, still getting over my cold. Okay, so we want to sort of move things around a little bit. By the way, all that ore did process. As you can see here, I had to make 2 sets of dark steel balls, so I had to make 10 pieces of dark steel to make 10 dark steel balls. But I processed all of that ore down and got all kinds of good ingots out of it. So dark steel, kind of hard to get into. I mean, you have to have obsidian. Other than obsidian, it's just iron and coal dust. So, you know, it's actually not too hard to make, and the outcome of it is actually really good. So, you know, it's kind of one of those things that you should probably do if you're going to be bothering to ore process with the with Ender IO. It's definitely worth the trouble to make the stuff. Okay. That being said, we need to organize the house a little bit. Okay. We can't have all these chests hanging out here. You know, the house was this small, now it's this big, so we need to move things along a little bit. That being said, we're going to go ahead and make something called a dolly. Dolly is going to require 5 pieces of iron and 1 wooden plank. It's going to be actually a very good thing to have. It's going to make things a lot easier when it comes to moving stuff around. And we're going to make it just like this. The dolly allows you to pick up chests. Actual chests that are like full of stuff. See? Just like that. When you right click on it, look at that. All the stuff's still there. So it allows you to move things around in a way that you don't have to worry about you know, emptying the chest, moving the chest, then putting the chest back. We don't want to do that. That's too much trouble. So the other thing that we're going to do is we're going to make some chest upgrades because obviously, if only because of our plants and stuff, we need better chests. Okay? So one of the things that we can do for better chests is to go ahead and upgrade the chests to iron chests. Okay? Basically, we can do this 2 ways. First off, we can take a wooden plank and surround it by iron, and that makes the wood to iron chest upgrade. Okay? The other thing that we can do is if we don't have a chest that already has something on it, what we would do is, instead of doing that, I actually just wanted to get in here for a second. What we can do is actually make a chest and surround the chest itself with iron, and with the chest being empty, it would then make it into an iron chest. Okay, So you can do wood to iron. Iron can go to gold to have even more, which you might notice this is a single chest, but it has a double chest worth of space. Okay. After that, you can actually upgrade it again to gold, and gold will give it even more space. And I actually want to do this because I have, since I have these, I should have just grabbed a lot more gold. Since gold is actually in quite an abundance in this particular mod pack, I don't feel bad doing this at all. But now we can upgrade to golden chests, and golden chests hold even more stuff. So, because I'm placing these as golden chests and not as something that needs to be filled, they don't join, obviously, like the wooden chests. Only the vanilla wooden chests will join together, and as you saw before, the iron chests will not as well. But this holds even more, and then you can go even one step further and do diamond chests, but that requires 2 diamonds per chest upgrade, and I, first off, don't need that much space yet, and second off, I ain't wasting that kind of diamonds on this stuff. That's kind of crazy. So we're going to go ahead and change some things to iron chests, move some things around, get things organized, and then we'll get back into this. So we'll be back in just a minute once things are more organized. Alrighty, we're back. Okay, so we actually have gotten this pretty well taken care of. Moved a few things around. Got pretty much all the stuff in their own chests. We got miscellaneous junk on the top, and then the top chests are for mod-specific things. Witchery, Pneumaticraft, and Botania each have their own setup for now. More will be added later. However, I believe we're going to try to get a sorting system going within the next couple of episodes, just because manual sorting sucks. I don't want to have to deal with that. It's not much fun. And these guys have got to go. I just, no. I'm going to fall in that hole, and then there's going to be problems, and I'm going to get upset. Realistically, let's do something real quick. I wanted to make a golden lasso, but it requires a, Eye of Ender, and the Eye of Ender, unfortunately, requires blaze powder to make, and I have not yet found any blazes, or anything that can be used to do blaze-like stuff. So, that being the case, we're going to go ahead and put that there, because now I can't fall in the hole. So at least there's that. So small things, small things. Alright, so now, we said we were going to get started with enchanting, and we are. So, to get started with enchanting, we're going to need 4 pieces of obsidian. You thought I had no other reason for that lava, didn't you? Which, by the way, this still has 113 buckets in it. And in case I forgot to mention it, which I know I did, you can break these with a pickaxe, and they will retain what they have. So there's no special way to pick them up. They just kind of keep their stuff. So I'm going to move actually down one. And yes, I can still open the chest. So, so after that, we're going to need to get into gems, dust, and dyes. Grab 2 diamonds. And, of course, after the 2 diamonds, we're going to need a book. Book should be in miscellaneous stuff. And we have the book because, as we've done before, I actually took down the little bookshelves that were here. So, vanilla enchanting table. Yay, let's rock. Alright, so, vanilla enchanting table is all well and good, but we need a bunch of bookshelves, because otherwise we can't get the high enchanting level, right? And I just placed that in the absolute wrong place. Needs to go there. Okay, so normally you have to build a whole bunch of bookshelves. And I'm not into the whole bookshelf building thing, because I don't want to. So I'm going to go, yes, that's right, the Botania way. The Botania way is going to be going into the, I believe it's the mystical items where it's hidden. No, maybe it's not. Let's see, I cannot remember the name of the thing, that's why I'm having a problem. Baubles and accessories, no. Miscellaneous. No. You know what? We're just going to have to do it this way because I do not remember. Alright, from Botania, there it is. It is called the Mana Pylon. The Mana Pylon requires, oh, look at that. 2 Mana Diamond, well, a Mana Diamond each. We're going to need 2 Mana Pylons. A Mana Diamond, Mana Steel, and Gold, and we should have all of that easily accessible. Ores and ingots, we're going to need 4 gold. We're going to need, oh, that's shiny. Don't do that. You need 4 Mana Steel, 4 iron to make the Mana Steel, and then 2 diamonds from the gems, dusts, and dyes. 2 diamonds. Alright, now the other thing is, it's starting to bother me to have to go outside to do the Botania thing, So before the end of this episode, we're moving Botania inside because, you know, like creepers and stuff. I've already gotten blown up once. I keep having to repair divots. The armor I'm wearing is doing really well. I can take one direct creeper blast and not actually be killed by it. Probably wouldn't be able to take two of them, and I really don't want to test that theory. So we're going to move things inside. And with my day blooms, it's going to be tricky because they have to be able to see the sky. So I'm thinking that we'll put a skylight in. But we'll get to that after we get this going. Fun side note about these particular little things that we're making right now. And I think I'm doing this backwards. Oh, no, I got it right. When you make mana pylons, they are essentially the same as having all... to get a level 30, you need 16 bookshelves, I believe. Instead of 16 bookshelves, you can do 2 mana pylons, and that allows you to go straight up level 30. Okay? So, that quick, that easy, we have enchanting set up. Okay? So, now, the question is, what do I want to enchant? You know what? I want to enchant this pickaxe. I really do. I want it to have fortune on it. And we're just going to throw level 30 on it and cross our fingers. Come on, baby. Give me something good. Efficiency 4, Unbreaking 3, Fortune 3. You cannot ask for anything better than that. Yes! That's awesome. Excuse me. Alright, cool. So, yep, simple 2 mana pylons. And now, actually, you know what? I'm going to change this even more. I'm going to move this to the corner. And that's even less obtrusive and still capable of level 30. And besides, these things are pretty. I mean, that's just like cool. Very nice. Ha! I got the awesome one. That's greatness. So now I have a forever working efficiency 4, unbreaking 3, fortune 3. The only thing that can make that better would be to make it efficiency 5, but you can't get efficiency 5 from a normal enchant. Now if I were to go get another efficiency 4 book, then I would be able to use said efficiency 4 book to add efficiency 4 to the pickaxe again, and that would make it efficiency 5. And it would be an infinite efficiency 5 pickaxe. But other than that, we are really good to go. There's one other thing. If this hadn't turned out the way I wanted it to, which, what were the chances, right? I was going to get into one other thing, but you know what? Since we aren't going to get into that, let's get into something else. We'll do more with enchanting later. Right now I only have 10 levels, and the levels is what's going to kill me because I need to have higher levels. So that being said, we are going to make one other thing before we go anywhere. Oh no, I don't think I have enough diamonds now. Oh, I do. I have 5 diamonds. Okay, I need 3 diamonds. Let's see. 3 diamonds, 5 iron, and 1 plank. 1 plank. Alright, so we're going to make another dolly. Okay, and then we're going to upgrade the dolly to a diamond dolly. Diamond dollies are very, very special. Expensive, but very special. And I'll show you why they're very special here in just a minute. First things first, we are going to go outside and show you something that I have found. If you notice here, you might have noticed it last episode. I had it marked already, but I didn't get out here to it. Because last episode, well, I took longer on the house than I intended to. But, you know, stuff happens, right? Okay, fine, I'll go the long way. Anyway, so there's a dungeon over here, and I stumbled across it. It's actually a Thaumcraft dungeon, and I've got to do something about these stupid seeds. My God. I've cleared this area like multiple times. You can see there's no grass here, and yet there's still these seeds everywhere. So, I mean, well, whatever. You guys have seen my golden chest that has all the stuff in it, so you can tell it's kind of ridiculous. Okay, so this is going to be very interesting. I wanted to enchant both the pickaxe and the sword. The sword, so I would have a better way of dealing with this stuff. What is that noise? I should know what that noise is. And yet, for some reason, I do not know. Dude, do you mind? You gotta get some sharpness on this sword. What is that? Oh, oh, cool. I knew I should know that noise. It's a, magic thingamabob. I can't think of their name. God, that's horrible that I can't think of their name. Oh, good. It's only them down there? Sweet. Because they're not aggressive against me. They are Pecks. They're Pecks. I don't know why I couldn't think of that. Come on, good loot. Ooh, thaumium. Tin, iron, copper, rotten flesh, blah, blah, blah. Ah, mundane lengthening catalyst, a stopworm, a steel sword, iron horse armor. Ooh, iridium. Cool, that'd be useful later on. And 7 destabilized redstone block pages. And you know what? I'm taking the chests with me. Because me and chests. Okay, so you know what? These guys are actually kind of stuck. They're really cool to have around, and as long as they're stuck here and can't get out, then I'm going to leave them stuck here. Okay, so this is really cool because now I have a zombie spawner and a skeleton spawner to use at my leisure. The skeleton spawner I'm going to leave for now. I'm going to bring the zombie spawner. And that is exactly what the Diamond Dolly is good for. The Diamond Dolly can pick up and move, that's right, spawners. Okay, now when you pick something up with the Diamond Dolly, you can see here that it gives you a slowness 2 effect. You're very slowed down, and of course mining fatigue as well is also on there. So you can't really move very fast or effectively like this. However, if you manage to put it in a non-main inventory spot, look at that, the effects are gone and I'm perfectly fine. Golden bag of holding for the win. So sweet, we are good to go here. There is a aura node right there that I'll come look at later. But for now, we have a zombie spawn. Ooh, appetite. What better way to show my... Why is there cobble there? What did I do over there? Oh, that's right. I remember that. That's where I dug in and closed it back up. Appetite ore is going to be good for stuff later when we get into other things. But now that I have a fortune pickaxe, and oh, wow, it's a lot faster too. The efficiency is worth it. And appetite does tend to come in very large veins as well, so this will be useful later on. Anyway, so we've got all this, and I can come back and get the rest of this later, as there's no need for me to stand here and be mining like this instead of like doing something useful, like, you know, using this zombie spawner that I just captured. Oh, so awesome. Which, by the way, when we get to the Nether next episode, yeah, maybe, we'll see. I'm going to try for next episode to get into the Nether and hopefully have a really good spawn point. If I can use the Diamond Dolly to capture a blaze spawner, then that will be awesome, because then I'll be able to bring the blaze spawner back here and have a makeshift mob farm. Which I'm basically going to build a mob farm out of... Seriously, guys? Overrun. I'm telling you, I'm overrun with these. Here. This shows you. Look at all these seeds. It's crazy. Alright, so basically now I'm going to build a spot to start spawning and killing these zombies. Because I want to let them spawn, but I want them to be in a controlled environment. That way I can just kill them and get the experience, and then use that experience to go ahead and start enchanting on all of my stuff. I want to enchant the shovel, the axe, the sword, all the pieces of armor. So it's going to require me standing there killing zombies a lot. Okay, so what I might do, I need to choose a space. I mean, I could just drop it down right here and just accept the fact that zombies are going to be trying to kill me every time I turn around. Or we can actually build a proper mob spawner. Let me think about how I want to do this, and I'll come back in just a minute. I might just build a small outbuilding of the appropriate size to have them spawn, and then have water push them forward where I can kill them. It'll be slow, but it'll be effective. By the way, each time the Diamond Dolly, you should know, by the way, is not eternal. Okay, when you use the Diamond Dolly, I think you can move a spawner 5 times, and then the dolly is destroyed. So when I put this down, I need to make sure, absolutely sure, that I'm putting it where I want it to be, because picking it back up is a horrible waste of diamonds. So we're going to do that, and let me figure this out, and we'll come back and do some stuff. Alrighty, we're back. So I decided to go ahead and build myself a little outhouse for my mob spawner, my mob farm, mob farmer. Anyway, I decided to move my Botania stuff over here. I was gonna move it inside, but I decided I didn't really want to move it inside. I kind of like the idea of it being out here. So I've also been feeding the Endo Flames to try to keep my my mana pool steadily growing. But anyway, I constructed this general structure, kind of keeping it in the same theme as my main house. Got the brick corners and then the wood. I would love to make it so that I could see inside this thing, but if I can see inside it, that lets light in. Now, there is one thing that we can do, and that is dark glass from extra utilities. However, the dark glass requires stuff that I don't have available yet. Okay, I need a whole bunch of wool, and I need a whole bunch of thickened glass. Thickened glass is made from sandy glass. Sandy glass is just glass and sand. Now, a fun side note, if I have any, do I have any? I don't think I have any. It's kind of a cheaty thing. It's not really cheaty, but it's a mob interaction issue. Mod interaction issue. Basically, you can take the normal glass. Here, make me some glass real quick. Basically, you can take normal glass, and by using chisel, you can actually convert it into thickened glass, cutting out one of the steps. Come on. You're gonna be over here. Alright, so we have normal glass, right? But if we put it here, one of the options for it is to give us thickened glass. It'd be really cool if it gave us dark glass, because that would be awesome. But this basically is going to save us a step of having to cook it, so we can actually make the thickened glass that way. So what I'm really only lacking is the wool to make the blackout curtains. So maybe in between episodes I'll start gathering wool. I know I don't have enough at this point to get this functioning. But so I built this little hut. And basically what we're going to do is we're going to set the mob spawner in here. Basic mob spawn setup. Mobs from a vanilla mob spawner, and I'll be walking while I'm talking here because I gotta get some more water. Vanilla mob spawners. You have to be within a certain distance of the mob spawner for it to be active. I think it's about 15 blocks. So for it to be active, basically for it to start spawning monsters, okay? The monsters that come out of the spawner will spawn in a 5-block radius. I believe it's 5 blocks. Don't quote me on this quite yet. But monsters will spawn within a 5-block radius to the left or right of it. So a really effective spawn room, giving them all the space that they need to spawn, would be a 10 by 10 room. Well, 11 by 11 technically, with 10 by 10 interior space, with the mob spawner directly in the center, and that would give them the most available space to spawn. Okay, so I built this basically in that similar way. Now I'm filling in this with water. Basically, I'm making a line of water here. It's a very vanilla type mob spawner, but the general idea remains the same. By filling it in like this, it is going to push any monsters that spawn in the air, because the monsters will spawn in the air above the water, and that needs to be one more short. Anyway, so the monsters will spawn. Ah, crap. See, this is why I left this space right here open, because I knew that I would be falling into my own trap. Anyway, so the monsters will then be pushed down this way by the water, and then they'll fall in here. When they fall in here, this water will push them over here, and here I will be waiting to beat them senseless and gather their drops and experience. So that being the case, we should be able to go ahead and get our spawner out of our golden bag of holding here. Let me eat something real quick. As soon as I place this, I'm going to get jumped by monsters. I just know it. Let's see. Let's put that there and this here, and we should be ready to go. Yep, knew it. As soon as I placed it. Ha! That was almost too close. Alright, so as you can see, monsters will spawn, and there you go. It works. You can see already. So they get pushed down that way. We get the stuff. Yay. Now, the reason I put the spawner down a couple blocks and hanging in the air is because the monsters can spawn with their feet, mind you. It's their feet. Their feet can spawn on the level the spawner is on, the level below the spawner's on, and the level above the spawner. Realistically, I probably should have left that one further down like I had it, because with their feet spawning one above, the above level is not sitting right. You know, actually, I do need to fix that, because that's not going to work. We're going to put one more. Oh, and now I got to try to do this without dying. Ah! No, 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 no. Bad zombies. Never second guess yourself. And now I'm going to waste a pane of glass. Oh, well. Because I had it set up right, and then I just changed it because I thought it was wrong. But thinking it was wrong, so I was right. Alright, let's get over here. Alright, so that should take care of that, giving them plenty of space to spawn. The blocks on top of the spawners to make sure that no monsters spawn on top of the spawner itself, because otherwise they'll just stand on top of the spawner, and that takes up, you know, mob spawn space. The spawner automatically looks around to see how many monsters are nearby, and if there's too many monsters nearby, it will not spawn new monsters. So you definitely want to keep that in mind, and you don't want a lot of monsters hanging out on top of that. The only other thing I want to do, and this is actually kind of important, I need to put a couple of, well, actually, no, I've got some wooden slabs. Yeah, we'll use the wooden slabs. Baby zombies. Zombie spawners can spawn baby zombies. As long as baby zombies can spawn, then you have the chance of baby zombies getting in down here. And when the baby zombies get in, they can get underneath that. Stop illustrating my points. Baby zombies can fit underneath that pane of glass. So, now they can't. So, now the only thing there is, well, the zombie picked up his own flesh. But I can hit them underneath the edge of this, and it will constantly push them to that single spot. And there we go. Oh, no, I can't get to those drops. I need to do something about the drops. How about we just do this instead? There. Yeah, that works. Because now I can just kill them here. Get the experience and the drops. Sweet! Alright, so level 30 repeatedly, here I come. This is, oh god, it's dark outside. Creeper's bad. I've already been blown up once, I don't want to do it again. And it's not so much the dying, it's the fixing the divots. I really hate having to fix the divots. Daggum holes in the ground, constantly. Ah! Okay, but cool. So now, basically, as long as we stand close enough by, this mob spawner will be active. And as long as it's active, we can go ahead and be getting ourselves extra levels and doing enchanting. So yeah, probably in between episodes, I'm going to stand here for a really, really, really long time until I actually get some decent enchants on some of my stuff. Because if I'm going to be normally if you're going to enchant something, you don't really care what level you enchant it on early on in the game, because you know that that piece is then going to be destroyed and you'll have to enchant another one. So the problem is that when you have eternal armor, like I do already, you want to get a good enchant on it first time around. So I want to put level 30s on everything. So unfortunately, that means that I need to get to level 30 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more times before I stop. 7 times level 30, yeah, I'm going to be standing here for a while. On the plus side, I'm going to do the sword first, so that should hopefully get unbreaking on the sword. I was kind of hoping to get to that real quick. Actually, just give me a second. I'm going to kill some stuff, and we'll come back and enchant the sword, and then I'll enchant the rest of the stuff in between episodes. So we'll be right back. Alrighty, we're basically here now. I went ahead and went over to the dungeon and grabbed the skeleton spawner with the diamond dolly as well, and added it to the mix of things just because I want it to go faster. So yeah, zombies and skeletons. More spawners equals more chances for monsters to spawn equals more monsters. So this is taking way too long. So I went ahead and added the skeleton spawner to make this even better. So let's go ahead and enchant this thing real quick. Anything but Bane of Arthropods. Please, no Bane of Arthropods. It's going to give me Bane of Arthropods. Hey! Ooh, knockback 2, sharpness 4, unbreaking. That's not bad at all. The sharpness 4 is excellent. That's exactly what I want. Knockback, gotta get used to having knockback. I want looting on it, though. I want looting. So I'll have to do something for looting. I have a couple ideas as to what I can do for looting. I can add it to it, and that's probably a good way to transition into adding stuff in equipment. Adding stuff onto equipment is what I meant to say. So yeah, we can definitely be doing that. It's time to sleep through the night. It's time to go kill lots and lots of monsters. So until next time, this is Jeronitis signing off on episode 5 of Feed the Beast 1.710. And like me if you like me, subscribe if you want to see what I get into next. And as always, help spread the gaming.